segment of the audience that is tired of Jey Uso. Viet, I'd love to hear your thoughts because I've never got him before. How do you feel about Jey Uso? Is his push really warranted to be competing for a world title a second time? What do you feel about him?
Uh, yeah, the Jey Uso thing, it's like don't get me wrong, he's an over character right now. Like with the yeets, the crowd's into it. Like you gotta admit, every episode of Raw where he goes, the crowd can't stop chanting for it, and they do the yeet, they wave. Like it's you can't not ignore the fact that he is getting pushed over right now, and he's over. But I can see why, like the internet wrestling community, like they just get so mad that he's getting pushed to one end for the championship again. Like he lost to Gunther decisively, and they're like, oh well, that's it. He's not gonna get another one.
You're with Wrestling with Things. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button to keep up with all of our conversations on the pro wrestling world. We give you commentary, we give you rankings, so subscribe to YouTube at Wrestling with Things to keep up with all our conversation. We're really excited about a guest we have on for the first time together, and we're going to talk about a variety of topics, including WWE stepping into AI, Jey Uso's downfall, and more. But I'll let the special guest introduce himself. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Veer. I'm really happy to be here and talk about these great topics. I know there a lot of talk in the wrestling community right now. What's going on, especially with the AI stuff? It's been kind of interesting. So
Awesome, awesome. Ready to go.
Absolutely.
So, WWE just recently hired a senior director of creative strategy to start giving them AI content. From what I've read in the reports, are saying they're going to start off using AI to help with video graphics and creative aspects like that. The internet's already making jokes that the poor quality storylines will come because WWE is relying on a robot basically and AI, and they think that will be the outcome. But I'll start with you, Viet. What do you feel about AI coming into pro wrestling? It's coming in every other industry, so I feel why not? Why fight it? You know, what do you think?
yeah, like AI is it's a like it's a hot topic. You know what I mean? Like it's honestly getting better. It's getting more realistic. People are not nowadays. It's comparable to like, oh, is this like a real thing? Is it a real video? Now it's like getting almost merged to reality. So storyline wise, I don't think it's ready. I don't think it's time to put AI in it just because um I don't think the world's ready for that. You know, like why get rid of all these creative writers that are in the WWE right now and making these storylines? I think it's partially laziness. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. Maybe they're trying to more build a production, build out like storylines left and right, and hopefully they'll graft on something. But I think the graphics are a good idea. That's the only extent to it, but I personally don't think putting AI in storylines is a good idea.
That's an excellent point, Viet. Well said. I kind of feel the same way. Like I be using AI for work. I in my day job, we actually had a whole seminar with them encouraging us to use it to make our jobs easier, which I find pretty cool. And it's crazy the stuff it could remember, honestly. But I agree with you in the sense that it's not advanced enough to have it carry a storyline or craft a whole storyline. There's still certain careers that real human beings with real emotions and real life experience need to be behind. Um, and I'd like to think WWE sophisticated enough and smart enough to know that right now. So I'd like to see it to be used in like a technological aspect for videos, graphics, and see what they could do there. But I don't know if I would want to see it try to be a writer in a sense. Sammy, what do you think about AI being connected to WWE in some manner?
I think it can help. I actually think it could help. If 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 we're only gonna keep it on the side of like vignettes, um, trying to market someone who's about to debut,
Like video packages.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like stuff like that. I think it can help if maybe they're trying to, take the storyline to a different scenery or something like that, and they want to, save on budget, and they don't want to make the person fly all the way over to that area, because sometimes these flights can cost outrageous types of money. So in that aspect, but I definitely don't want to see it for people's promos. I don't want to see it for people's segments. I definitely don't want to see it like the Fire Funhouse, like what Cena did, like 4 or 5 years ago, because I thought that was garbage. You know, as long as they can keep it in bases of video package stuff, things that could save on money where you want to take a performer to a different scenery. Keep it like that. Don't keep it with the real skills. Let people still use their real skills.
Yeah, I think that feels right. And I hope they're smart enough to not just go too crazy and think like, hey, let's let this come up with ideas for me instead of coming up with ideas, because that would be laziness, like
Yeah,
Viet touched on. I'd like to think that's not their perspective, but well, it's gonna be interesting to see how they test it out and how things progress. But AI in general, I'm embracing it. Just in general, I'm embracing it, but I don't think it should be used, and I don't think it will be used to eliminate all people's jobs like some
yeah,
people feel. Like I feel like people either really scared of it or really embracing it, but it's
yeah.
gonna
It
be
can help.
interesting to see. It could help.
Yeah. I think AI is super helpful too. Like I use AI every day,
Hmm.
and I'm a doctor. I still use AI, like I
Right.
just nonstop. I always ask questions about it. So like I can see why WWE would use that, like in that case, but taking over an entire especially a entire portion of WWE's storyline base, that's a iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're a foot doctor, right, Viet?
I am,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome to know. That it's pretty cool to hear a doctor even say he uses it. That's dope.
Yeah. It is.
Let's get into Jey Uso, man. You know, the top three most disliked videos of the year are connected to Jey Uso when he became world champ at WrestleMania 41. Over 100,000 dislikes. When he defeated Austin Theory in less than 3 minutes, over 89,000 dislikes. And this past Monday on Raw, where he became number one contender, excuse me, to when he was the second guy to face CM Punk for the vacated world title, over 80,000 dislikes. So it's clear that this is set to be competing for a world title a second time. What do you feel about him?
Uh yeah, the Jey Uso thing, it's like don't get me wrong, he's an over character right now. Like with the yeets, the crowd's into it. Like you gotta admit, every episode of Raw where he goes, the crowd can't stop chanting for it, and they do the yee, they wave. Like it's you can't not ignore the fact that he is getting pushed over right now, and he's over. But I can see why, like the internet wrestling community, like they just get so mad that he's getting pushed to one end for the championship again. Like he lost to Gunther decisively, and they're like, oh well, that's it. He's not gonna get another one, and they're all of a sudden pushing him back. It's kind of felt like they don't have a plan for him, and all of a sudden they just push him back in.
Yeah.
Do you think when you see him as a performer, like the in-ring wrestling skills, the verbal ability with his promos, do do you get the sense that he's warranted and earned to be in the main event spot still? Do you watch that? Do you feel that when you watch Jey Uso?
In ring ability wise, I personally don't think so. He's a little sloppy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I think I think I watched this on the documentary on Netflix. Like he was like apparently wicked gas during
yeah.
the WrestleMania. He was out of shape in a way, and it was kind of the pressure was getting to him. So Well, like in terms of mic skills, he's pretty good. Like when they actually push him, he's actually like not bad, but he can get a little tiring. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not a Jey Uso hater, but he is getting kind of annoying in terms of like he's in the main event again. He just lost to CM Punk literally last week. Like, why is he getting another world title picture? You
Great
know?
point. Great point. Great point. He was the one who took the pin,
Yeah, he
and
did.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm just tired of him being in this position. Now, I'm trying to. I as a fan, I like to try to wait. Like if this somehow leads to Roman Reigns getting back into the world heavyweight title picture or getting into that picture, because we've seen the last couple times he's been kind of manipulating Jay a little bit, then I'd probably be for it a little bit more. But if the plan is to put that title back on Jay, I know a lot of people are saying it might be cool to see if Jay Uso could have a heel run and kind of switch up the dynamic a little bit. But I don't get the sense that's what most people want to see. And I know, in my opinion, that's not what I want to see. I would much rather CM Punk just win the world title and maybe build to a match with Roman Reigns or um, LA Knight. We know he's been constantly waiting for that shot. So, Sammy, what do you think about this with Jey Uso and the dislikes he's got on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for a long time, man. I just you put him next to guys who've been in the main event for a very long time. He's just not compelling to me, Dave. He doesn't make me feel like him versus a Roman is a big fight. He doesn't make me feel like him versus a CM Punk is a big fight. I don't get that feeling from him because I don't think his skill set matches it.
Mhm.
His promo abilities I feel like is very very corny. You could tell he's looking for that yeet. You could tell he's searching for it most of the time because he knows that's all he got. You know, he doesn't really have a great articulate promo, ability. And then in the ring, gosh, Dave, how long have I been complaining about these super kicks?
I think everybody knows everybody knows he's sloppy
Come
as
on,
hell in the
man.
ring.
Come on, man. Do we have to see it 10 times per match? Like, come on, man. It's just I don't know about you. I just think he should be back with his brother. I think that's where he was most comfortable because that's where he can hide a lot of his problems. You know, when that's what tag teams are for. And I don't understand why they got to pull him away from that and then force him to be uncomfortable. You can tell he's uncomfortable. I
You
don't know if you guys agree.
let me I definitely agree on some level. Let me play devil's advocate for a moment. If he turned heel and the dynamic started to become like he became full of himself and he kind of repackaged it and now his brother kind of starts doing his bidding like Roman he did Roman's bidding, could he become more compelling?
Maybe I think that's a good idea
It
because
might be worth exploring.
because if that does happen, then yeah, a lot of his problems can actually be hidden because now you can use your brother kind of as your your crash dummy. So yeah, I could maybe see something like that being pulled off, but him solo going straight lone wolf, it's not. They're trying to create another Daniel Bryan thing. It's not working. It's not working.
Nah, he's no Daniel Bryan. Via,
Trying to they're trying to do the Daniel Kofi thing again. It's not happening.
I dropped his name in like I think everybody like with eyeballs that has watched wrestling for even a little bit knows that he checks all the boxes. LA Knight. What are your thoughts around like it feels like whether it's timing or whether it's WWE focusing their attention elsewhere? Are you feeling like there's no hope for him to be a world champion, or do you think there's still hope?
It's tough because I actually like LA Knight. Like his natural rise is organic. Like
Hmm.
that's what fans want. They want an organic rise to the occasion. So like I I don't know why they're pushing LA Knight to the main event scene and have him lose or miss an opportunity, but I think they're just waiting for that moment he gets maybe like a Rumble win or maybe win at the Elimination Chamber for a chance at the title. I think that's what they're hoping for, but it just sounds like maybe it's Triple H. I don't know, but it just sounds like they're just kind of pushing him to the side and distract us with like Jey Uso, CM Punk. But now Seth Rollins injured, it's kind of like maybe they're scrambling plans now. So I hope that the LA Knight situation gets better. I do think he still has a chance by the Royal Rumble elimination timeframe, but it's his last chance. If he does not win either of those, I don't think he's gonna win a world title.
Fair. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, and I hope their mentality is let's save this for a bigger stage. I hope that's why they're stalling, but it's getting a little weird because it's like he's more over than most of the roster. He's definitely more over than Jey Uso, more talented. So it's like becomes creatively like how long do you keep him in this pattern away from the world title? And I wonder creatively, and you're right, they're probably scrambling, but why not have went with LA Knight versus CM Punk? They've kind of already been interacting, unless again they're saving it for a bigger moment. Then I'll stand back and be like, okay, that makes sense. But I know Sammy's starting to get impatient and he doesn't believe in them to capitalize
Yeah,
on LA
yeah,
Knight.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. The my only I have one only like glimpse of hope, and I want to know if you guys agree. That is the answer to turn him heel. Have we seen this face thing for too long?
I think that's a possibility. That's a real possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because his character has lost so much time. There's so much he can use to be like, yo, I'm upset and I snapped. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he
Yeah.
has so much he can
I've
use.
been I've been miss I've been overlooked way too long. I
Yeah.
think that's where he needs to put his focus on instead of still trying to please the people.
My only thing with that is, don't you feel like we're flooded with enough quality heels that is kind of lopsided? Like,
Good
who
point.
would?
Very good point.
He's one of our. He's one of the more organic baby faces. Like Viet said, that's my only struggle to turn him heel right now. But I know he can pull it off. Definitely.
Well, maybe they gotta bring some guys to the other side, make room for him.
Maybe. Maybe. You might have to flip a guy who's doing well as a heel, maybe a Aleister Black, maybe a Drew McIntyre. I wouldn't turn Drew. I'm just saying, maybe
Yeah,
a guy at that stature. Um, Another guy, Viet, Drew McIntyre. He's kind of in that LA Knight boat. Unlike LA Knight, he's been world champion. How you feel about Drew in this storyline with Cody? Shouldn't he have beaten Cody?
Yes, like it's super frustrating because I'm a huge Drew McIntyre fan. Like he has done so much incredible work as a character as a heel right now. This is the best he's ever been, you know? Like it's been pretty frustrating. He could have won the world championship or the WWE championship multiple times and he loses the opportunity. And it makes him less credible as a character because he's back in like before COVID, he was like the next big thing, right? He beats Brock Lesnar and he didn't get his moment. And I don't think he ever got back to that point until recently. So
Hmm.
I personally think he should win the WWE champ. One, to change up the picture, what's going on with Cody Rhodes. I think his character's getting a little bit more stale than usual. I think that should lead up to maybe a heel run for him. And for Drew, it's creating more interesting storylines and more unpredictability, basically.
I like it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
Do you,
1,000%.
Sammy, do you have more hope that Drew could conquer this funk or LA Knight could get his first?
Oh, Drew, 1,000%. Drew.
Wow. But it feels like Drew has had even more of those type of close but no cigar losses.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
but
odd.
I think Drew, even though they're giving Drew a whole bunch of funky stuff right now, I think Drew it's more with Drew. It's more of just not the room, right? With LA Knight, they've had their openings and they've just blatantly just drove right past it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Drew just happens to keep running into like the wrong people at the wrong time, like the Cody Rhodes situation.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. I have hope. I have hope that Drew, if he has a rematch, I think he might have a higher chance to win that rematch. But it's gonna be interesting to see because he did, they threw that fake impromptu brawl match that they considered a title match, and he won by DQ technically. So that shows me that they're not completely off of him just yet. But I'd like to talk about the landscape of WWE. They're more international than ever. Some find it controversial when they do international business deals with Saudi Arabia and things of that nature. But I think WWE, just their wrestlers, their staff, they're more diverse than ever, and I like the international flavor a lot. And I feel like a lot of the international performers have really been stepping up and getting over. Guys like Penta, he's really made a lot of noise his first year. And I know he really pulls in that Mexico demographic. Even his brother, to a lesser extent, Ray Phoenix. And honestly, like, I know English isn't their first language, but it feels like they've improved their English a lot. Oscar, Kyrie Sane, and EO Sky, they
Yeah,
have been telling a pretty solid story with Oscar kind of bullying Kyrie and slapping her up, and
yeah,
it's been all right. And I think it's impressive because Rhea Ripley's kind of in that mix, but she's finally not carrying the talking component for them. Um, so Viet, I'd like to get your thought on international wrestlers and like what do you think about the current landscape of things?
Honestly, like I agree. I think international wrestlers are a good thing. Like there's so much talented wrestlers around the world, and like obviously the biggest wrestling promotion is the WWE, besides maybe AEW comparatively, but of course it's the WWE. They're trying to expand it. Like I agree. Like the thing they're doing with Io Sky, she's over. The fans love her. Her wrestling ability is amazing, and her mic skills are getting better.
mhm,
Like obviously she's struggling a little bit, but
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, I think the thing with Asuka and Kairi Sane especially, like their facial expression, their body language is expressive, and that's the point. They're trying to make this character that they're trying to show the fans, like they're heels, right? Like they're trying, and Kairi Sane with like the like she's like scared and like she's like having guilt of turning heel with Asuka, like that's like compelling to me. But I have to say is I have nothing wrong with Saudi Arabia. I'm getting really tired of them going to Saudi Arabia, especially WrestleMania. Like I don't think I think a lot of fans can agree that they're not ready for that. People are so sick of having to go back to Saudi Arabia since that crown jewel.
mm,
Now, are you saying that from the perspective of like is bad business or like you don't like the time zone difference? I know I don't like the time zone differences. Like, WrestleMania is probably going to start like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be too odd for me.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And I feel like there's more deserving fan bases out there. It's besides Saudi Arabia.
That's fair. That's
Like the
fair.
UK, right? Like they should have got the opportunity like years ago about that. And
Yeah,
now they've been pushing for
the
it.
UK's a big wrestling market too. Yeah, they got great fans. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. What do you think historically there's been international wrestlers that had the talent, that had the presence, that had the aura, but because English wasn't their first language, they didn't get the push or the main event push. For example, we have people like, you know, Tigeri. We got people like Shinsuke Nakamura. We got people like Omos. Do you think that WWE can sometimes put international wrestlers, give them a hard ceiling, Viet?
It's tough to say. I think they definitely tried with Shinsuke Nakamura. Like he was like back then he was super over with the theme song and what he did. Like that dance he does at the entrance. All that good stuff. Yeah, I think he just doesn't have he just couldn't speak English, so it's hard for him to do a convincing promo without, his main language is Japanese. So, and I like how they do sometimes with the subtitles, in the backstage
I
section.
love the subtitles. I think they
They're,
should
they're
do it more.
it's a really good idea. I was like, yeah, like honestly, it's compelling. We understand what they're saying, and for the wrestlers itself, they're real wicked comfortable with their own skin, speaking their own native
Yeah.
language. So it's hard because there's a lot of wrestlers back that I could think of that like could have got that push, that could have went to that main event scene, but they just couldn't do it because I guess back then they just didn't have the mic skills to provide to talk to the fans.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, I love the subtitles thing. I wonder why they don't make that a norm, because it's like, why not let them speak where they're most comfortable and we can just get it translated. When I watch anime, that's how I watch it with the
Yeah.
subtitles, so
True. Yeah,
I don't mind it or something
yeah,
like that. So, what you think,
yeah.
Sam,
Yeah. Let
about
me.
the
Let,
landscape?
yeah. Let me. I gotta ask Viet this though. In when it comes to the Saudi Arabia and all these shows that they're doing there, right? Do you, in a way, do you think that the fans are going to have to kind of get along with the ride, or do you think you'll see a lot of viewership start to lose for WWE?
That's a really good question.
That's a
It's
good
it's
question.
it's something to really think about because Saudi Arabia is honestly about the money. Realistically, that's why everyone's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Like WWE, it's a
we
huge
we know it's the
all the time.
price. Yeah, it's the price. Yeah,
And like unfortunately with like TKO, like they're increasing the prices of tickets that people
oh
go
yeah,
there. So I can't even imagine what Saudi Arabia is going to be like if they had to go travel thousands of dollars just to go see a
Yeah,
wrestling
it's gonna be crazy.
game. You know what I mean? Like that. I think in reality, it's probably not going to change in terms of viewership because people still going to watch WWE. It's like it's either that or AEW, and there's nothing else to watch besides that. So
yeah.
I don't think popularity is going to change, but in terms of people coming over there physically, it might. The seat change might happen. So
Yeah, yeah, because what the only reason why I went back to that because is when we do have a lot of like I hate to say it, but like liberal people and also have extremists who might look at it and be like, this is so disrespectful. Maybe I gotta move to AEW or something like that, or just not watch. So but I think they will go along with the ride, like you said, because there's really no other alternatives. What else are you gonna do? How else are you gonna get your source of wrestling? But to go back to the landscape thing, right? I just think with WWE, I think we could kind of see the track record of WWE and know that you have all these international talents, and they're good at getting them, right? They're good at recruiting them. They're good at finding them and giving them their contracts and all that type of stuff. They have the NXT programs, but why do they always have to give them a certain character that reverts right back to that country or something?
yeah, I think it's a really bad habit.
You're automatically stamping their forehead and saying this is your ceiling.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, they did with Rhea Ripley. They did with Bronson Reed a little bit. Not much, but they're like, oh yeah, they're from Perth. I'm
What
like,
with
Yeah,
Oscar,
yeah,
with Oscar,
they
with
kind of make
Io,
their identity the country
that's
in
what
a
it
sense.
is, and
Yeah.
like it's the
And I
'80s
don't think
still.
that's a bad thing all the time, but yeah, I see what you mean. I see what
Here's
you.
where it's not a bad thing, right, Dave? When you're somebody like Rusev, where you're like a big monster
Mhm.
brawling dude, and somebody like that can just bully everybody.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? But when you're like smaller, I feel like you gotta carve your own character. You gotta come up with your own thing instead of stamping their forehead and saying, okay, just because she's Chinese or just because she's Asian, she's gonna have to wear the colorful dragon Komodo type of outfits and put on the bedazzle and paint her face over like she's about to cut you with a sword or something like that. Why?
It's a fair take.
That's a good point. I feel like it started with like Vince McMahon personally. Like everyone knows he's like a racist. Like let's be
Hmm.
honest, he's a huge racist. And he likes these stereotypes, like with like Yokozuna. Like he's not even Japanese,
He's
right?
not
Like
even there. Yeah, he's not
he's a
even
big
from
ass
there.
Samoan.
Just because
Okay?
he was so big and overweight, they did that to him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like they just stereotyped him. I'm like, why do they do that? Like they do not have to do that.
yeah. They definitely have a stereotypical lens, and I think it's stereotyping, and I think in their stereotypical minds, they're like, I don't think the fans will recognize or understand them unless I present it this way. Because I almost think sometimes they don't give the fans credit for being more intelligent than we are, but I almost feel like hey, you're from Texas, you're a cowboy. Hey,
Yeah.
you're from Japan, you got to spit mist, or
Well,
hey, you're from Africa, you have to bang drums, or there is a lot of
well,
stereotypes typing historically.
in their defense, and this is the only defense I can really give them. It did work for a long time in the '80s, in the early '90s, like in the late '70s. It did work for that timeline where if you was from there, you can come with this character, and you might get over with the kids, or you might get some heat. But it's 2025. Like it's
Yeah.
2025. It's 2025, and if somebody's from India, he's gonna have to put the turban on, and he's gonna have to come with his own flag, and he's gonna have to have lackeys that look like Taliban. Like
well,
why
no,
we doing it?
well, I will say this. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes the wrestlers themselves want to do that and represent their country. So it's kind of like, can you really stop them from wanting to take
You're
pride in their
shooting
country?
yourself. Yeah, you can't
Some of
stop
them
them,
want.
Jay. You can't
What do
you
you think,
can't stop
Viet?
them.
If a wrestler's
Yeah.
passionate about wanting the country, should they like go a different direction? Like,
Honestly, like if that's what they want to do, then sure, why not? Like
I'm
that's
stopping them.
fine.
I'm stopping. I'm telling you right now. I'm stopping you. It's my job to bring you in and help you get over. It's my job. It's
yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
you
that's
got to
true.
put up with what I'm telling you. You don't come in here and tell me how to run my operation.
fair.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
Fair. It's just tough because some of them have had a lot of success in those type of characters. Some not, a lot
Yeah.
not, but some have had a tremendous amount of success with it. But I think the overall, I think what's cool is that you could almost pick a wrestler from any country or background, and you could find someone likable if you really try hard these days. Like there's some a likable wrestler from almost every region. I think that's pretty cool.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to end with this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, Viet. If one thing you could remember from this, please remember I'm probably the biggest John Cena fan ever in the world. This is his last year. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna let no one see me, but if you had it your way, who is the best last match ever for John Cena to give us the dramatic conclusion?
Oh my God, there's So this is the sad part, right? Like he doesn't have that much time. Like he
Oh,
only had 4 dates left, is what I'm
yeah,
hearing.
Yeah. That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
It
And like
hurts.
it sucks because there's so many potential match he could do. Like everyone's talking about, like Edge might come back from AEW and do just one match, maybe one time only. And I heard there's rumors about him versus Gunther, and Gunther goes over, which makes him a monster heel again. But like in terms of what I like, he has to go with a new talent. Like he
Yeah,
can't go with like an old like rival that they try and push for the past couple days with him. Like I like this idea personally. I want him to go against Dominic Mysterio for the I personally like that.
Oh,
Look, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay,
It's
so
interesting. It's
Dominic
interesting.
Mysterio is organically now is becoming a babyface. Like the crowd
yeah,
reaction, they love him. Like they
Hmm.
love his Eddie Guerrero persona. Like him being like, I hate my dad, blah blah blah. Like, but
yeah.
I think if John Cena does this correctly and with WWE too, I think this match can go over. And it's
Mm,
not a memorable last match. It makes another new star in the business. And then John Cena is trying to do is make a new star in his final run. And I think Dom Mysterio is the person for it. In my,
mm.
in my
That's interesting, and
Wow.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I really don't. That's the first one I've heard. I like that.
Uh,
Sam,
yeah,
any takes on Cena?
yeah. I think I still have to ride with Braun Breaker. I think I think there would be no better way after trade turning his back on Seth than making his next victim John Cena, ending him off, and then potentially getting his hands on Lesnar for WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'd be a
I
hell
think
of a
that'd be
year.
a
That'd be a hell of a
I
year.
think that'd be a hell of a path for that man.
Yeah, he would be a made man if they follow that path though. That would be an incredible year. I like Braun Breaker a lot. I loved him in since NXT. I love that. You know, the cool part about it, I almost feel like they kept him in NXT for too long that he's already ready early. He's ready for the big time pretty fast because
Yeah.
they kept him cooking down there for a while. I like both those picks, but and I know the rumors keep saying Gunther, and I wouldn't hate that, but I still got to stick with Drew McIntyre. You know, all the back and forth losses that he's had with the world title on the line, I think that'll erase that bad taste that fans have had in their mouth if he
Right.
beats John Cena. And like the same way when Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, Undertaker kind of passed that aura of invincibility to Brock Lesnar. I feel like you could have a similar situation with Drew McIntyre beating Cena. That rub and energy of beating John Cena last, I think is gonna be more valuable than the WWE Championship in some way. So, or as valuable. So, I'm gonna ride with Drew McIntyre.
It's a good pick. It's a good
those
pick.
are solid choices. But I think Braun Breaker is a solid choice too.
Yeah,
Like, he's honestly the next star. Like it's just a matter
It's
of
the
when.
guy. Yeah, it's
it's
written
written
all
all
over him.
over him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's so good, man. Any dark horses? Any dark horses that you think could be a possibility? There's
Chris
the
Jericho.
Chris
you
Jericho.
think an old guy could be in the possibility?
Yeah, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate that at all.
Imagine.
My only problem with it is Chris Jericho beats John Cena. It's like okay, we knew he could probably do
You
that.
don't have to beat him.
Eh, on it, and that's another
Right.
thing. I know Cena likes to put people over, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Cena doesn't win his last match.
Yeah, he doesn't have to
He
lose.
could possibly win it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
A world
a
title
sure
match.
a sure thing guy like Gunther, Drew, Breaker, those guys that we know are gonna, be the future guys for a long time. I don't think he has to lose if it's anybody else.
I agree with that. I agree with that because it
So
would make. Go ahead.
I was like, my question to you guys is, do you think Johnson should get his IC title, like complete the Grand Slam, like you think it's appropriate, or you think he should just go off his own way, just
I think it's appropriate, but I'm scared
I
we
think
don't
so.
have enough time.
I don't think
I'm
so.
scared we don't have enough time, but it's appropriate.
I don't think it's appropriate because if they wanted to really do that, they should have did that top of the year or like the middle of the year.
That would have
Let him
been
have a little
easier.
fun with it. Yeah, let him have a little fun with it. He won't really have fun with it if you do it now.
yeah. So what's like Survivor Series? Yeah, he's gonna do War Games, so there's I
That
don't
right.
yeah I don't think so.
I hope he's not in the war games. I hope he has some type of one on one. I mean, I see the appeal of putting them in war games for the first time ever, but
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like war games is like slap 4 or 5 people together and then throw
Yeah,
them against each other. I would rather him have a one-on-one, but it's gonna be interesting to see
it's
these last
equivalent
couple
to
games.
the NBA All Star game.
Yeah, just
It
just
got
throw them out there.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm excited for war games. It's kind of getting stacked, and they could do a lot of different things with this.
I'll tell you what, if they somehow pull a war games team where like you make like a mega team with Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, with Paul Heyman in their ear and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
There might be something that might be interesting because
Mhm.
then Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar could plant their seeds there. That could maybe be the
Yeah.
start of it.
Oh yeah.
But man, this was a blast, Viet. Thanks for coming on. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. I know it's Friday too. We got to enjoy our weekends, but this was really fun. I hope we can do this sometime again in the future. You have some great wrestling takes. You're a natural up here.
Absolutely.
Uh, just a bit. But no, I appreciate you guys talking with me. I love wrestling, obviously. I watched it since I was a kid, so I love to do it again and talk with you guys. Obviously it's nice to talk to some people who actually know wrestling really well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Before you wrap it up, Dave, I have to put everybody on the spot when they come on. Your top five greatest to ever do it. I
This
have
oh,
is
to get it.
this low key is
on Mount
Sammy's thing.
I
Rushmore?
This
have to
is
do it.
Sammy's thing, low key though.
Oh my
Any
God.
order,
There's no wrong
Any
anytime.
order,
answers. No
There's
okay.
wrong
no wrong
answer. It's
answer.
your five.
Oh God, that's a tough one. You gotta Ozzy add Stone Cold out there. He has to get
You see.
You and Sammy aligned.
I knew we had a thing, man.
that.
I
You
knew it.
have to.
The
Stone Cold has to get
greatest,
there.
the greatest.
Trailblazer, like biggest star in the company, like saved WWE. Like he has to be up there. It's hard not to put. I'm a personal Bret Hart fan. Like I like his
The
in
good
ring
one.
ability. He's like iconic. Everyone knows that theme song with like
Yeah.
Most polished wrestler ever,
the
I've
most
ever
He
seen.
he kinda helped Steve Austin become who he was too, low key.
yeah. Like without Bret Hart, there's probably a lot of things that could be very different with
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
he brought out that technicality, that small guy become, a face of the WWE. That was a possibility.
Hmm.
Honestly, like you have to put up John Cena too. Like
Yeah.
Mr. Longevity.
17
That's a good
times.
one. Yeah.
Only person to do it,
This is
his
this is a great five so far. I like it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
it's tough because like there's
There's
so
so
many.
many wrestlers. Yeah.
Like I think you got to put up Taker too. Like
I
he's an
like it.
iconic character,
Another
greatest
longevity.
character ever. Like you can't beat that. Undefeated streak wrestler for a long time. It's tough. I think what I have one more.
Make it count.
One
Oh
more.
my
One more. A lot of
gosh.
names left.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, oof. A part of me wants to say, a part of me wants to say Flair, but I don't
Mm.
know. I will put Flair up
Ah,
there. He's close. He's
it's a
close.
good one. It's a good one. Can't go wrong.
I'll also
16
put Eddie
times.
Guerrero in there though. Like, he's my
Ooh.
personal.
Finally, someone showing Eddie some love.
Wow, that's a sleeper.
Eddie's a sleeper,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Like
a sleeper.
He died way too
way
early.
too early.
Way too early.
Way
That's
too
always my
But
thing.
he was the total package. Like he
full
was
back.
really the total package. Like
He
as
was.
as an all around entertainer, he could entertain you in any style or any way. Like wow, I like that five, man.
That's a good five, man. That's a good five.
It's decent. It's not. At least I didn't put Hogan in there, right? Like,
What's wrong with that? Wait, wait
No,
a
no,
minute.
no,
What's wrong
no,
with that? What's
no.
wrong
We
with that?
don't talk about that racist him. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
no, there's nothing wrong with Hogan. I don't think. I think he's a little overrated, personally.
He is a
What?
little overrated.
Besides his
Oh,
his outside personality, like in ring ability, he's okay.
He's
Character work is
okay.
good, but
Oh, you guys, come
His
on.
his character work took him furthest. That's what I'll say. His character
He
work
was
is
our
great.
first trailblazer. We have to, and he just passed away, guys. Come on.
yeah,
Have
yeah,
some,
he was.
We didn't
RP.
attack we didn't attack the man.
have some decorum.
We didn't attack him. Rest in peace. But we didn't attack him. Man, that was great. That was great five, man. But yeah, thanks so much for coming on. I feel like we can do this sometime in the future again. And we love to pick other people's brains and get their perspectives. And you're always welcome.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me here.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
All right. And audience, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe at Wrestling with Things.